has been our ROG team.
Have in your gaming life. And why?
Okay.
Because
Weirdness.
the spirit of the ROG is to deliver the
The
best
first time I
weapon
tried to stream,
for winning every
the
game.
buffering was bad.
We all know that great products start with the great design, and the great design start with incredible ideas. But where do we discover those incredible ideas? There are something our team of engineers, product managers, and designers all have in common. They like gaming. They live for gaming.
We're actually starting early.
And their passion of gaming
Normally we don't.
lead them to
Let me just pause the music.
the next best
Or lower the music.
technologies and hardwares that becomes part
I don't
of
have anything to do. We're
ultimate
supposed to start in
gaming
13 minutes. But I
Even
saw
though
Asus
what
ROG is live streaming.
Inside Asus, internally, we have a match to test out
I don't really know why
our
we should
latest
talk about
gaming
this
gears.
program from
So-
Asus though.
Look at the picture behind me. That was taken last week. It's definitely.
I don't know
us
why they're launching products on April
competitive
1st.
and certainly give us the edge.
Why are you launching products on
for
April
products.
1st?
So, besides our internal gaming experience, our relentless cooperations with professional gamers, overclockers, the tech enthusiasts, and fans all like you play very important roles.
So
in
we'll
our
start at
development
exactly 10. We'll
and
just
the
watch this
success
for the heck of
our
it.
ROG brand. And besides that, we didn't
April
stop.
Fools. Gumagalaw yung
the
mouse ko,
development.
tingnan nyo. Look at my mouse.
And so today,
I have
We
a new
also-
mouse pad.
like to thank you for your great
Look at my
feedback
mouse, it's moving.
and your great
Brian
ideas.
Utrilo, thank you for the subscribe.
Help our brand to be one of the most famous gaming worldwide. And we doesn't stop there, right? So today we are also launch a new project called the Dream Machine,
Dream
in
Machine.
which we will bring some of our gaming fans take in our design process.
How far will my
I'm
mouse
looking
go?
forward to this project.
It's now in the middle of
And
the screen.
we
Oh,
believe we can deliver something amazing together. So, this is my pleasure to share the ROG, share with you the ROG design inspiration and the process. And I really like to thank you, each of you, for attending the ROG event today.
ROG.
It's
We have a
time for
Samsung
me
product here, but I don't know if you
to
want to talk about it
invite
today.
some of our newest gaming friends on the stage to share with their gaming experience.
This is a super low-end
ROG.
Samsung phone.
So please join me to welcome NIP. The welcome NIP.
Oh, it's Ninjas in Pajamas.
Hi, hi there. I think we do have a Captain Himsy here. Himsy.
Which
Yeah,
team of Ninjas
welcome.
in Pajamas? Dota?
And we also have a very famous player, Zepis.
Yeah.
Zepis, is that you?
Yes.
Okay. So
There's a grill.
Let's welcome the
There's a
NIP.
grill.
We do believe that we share some our latest gear, monitor gear, for you, right? How do you feel when you play the Overwatch?
Overwatch.
Well, for gamers, the performance
There's
is
a
everything.
grill.
Huh?
And
There's a
like the
grill.
new gaming monitor, it's really responsive,
Grill!
and really fast, and
Grill
the
alert!
new 240 Hz monitor rate
Uh-huh.
feels really amazing to play on it. So,
Okay.
it's
So which
really great.
which role that you play?
I play DPS role,
Uh-huh.
really fast-paced heroes, so
Okay.
I move around all the time, and
Okay.
refresh rate helps my game a lot.
Okay. Okay. Who else?
What's
who
up, Hungry
favors,
Geeks?
Supporting.
What's up, Kuya Isan?
Who is Lucio?
Hindi mo alam? Yun today is
Lucio?
Price Pony
Okay.
Day, and
Because-
Asus ROG is
I
launching
missed it.
something on Price Pony Day.
So I'm supporting for the RG games. So thank you for coming. And,
Oh, isa pa si Kuya, grabe, what the heck?
That was really interesting. To
He's
get
so
your
sweaty right
perspective
now.
as Well, thank you very much for being
Grill!
on stage. Thank you.
Grill!
no,
what do you mean,
keep
Kohak
on
mo
the
to?
stage, right?
And we also want some other people back on stage, right?
Is that right?
Yes, that's right, because we had a lot of speakers here today, and I would like to welcome back our speakers on stage for a little photo shoot. Please come back on
Okay,
stage,
please.
Jackie, Chris, Gavin, and David.
In the middle, right? And we have Jackie, Chris, David.
Di pa tayo nagsisimula, mga Kuyas. Actually, wala tayo masyado. Isan might be able to tell us something about the Galaxy S8 that we don't know yet. I mean, that's mostly what our topic is for this week. Galaxy S8. I have a phone that we should be talking about, but I don't want to ruin the day's events with a Galaxy J2 Prime, and also I haven't removed it from the box, so lots of Samsung review units for some reason. Two of them. The A5
Thank you very much.
2017
Thank you.
Thank you.
that is not waterproof
Thank you. Thank you.
because this is engineering
Thank you.
unit, and
Thank you very much.
Galaxy J2 Prime.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to NRP and, of course, to
Oh,
all
grill.
of our speakers. All of us are really happy that we can welcome you here in Berlin. My name is Christiane Imdahl, and I'm going to guide you a little bit through today's event. We've got so many things planned for you today that I would suggest I'll start by giving you a little overview of what's going to happen. First of all, you get the chance to play with NIP. You can play Overwatch with them and also with some famous streamers. So I think that's going to be
She
pretty
seems
exciting.
like she's in her
But I would
30s.
also
and
like to invite you to take part in our fan game. The fan game is located right at the end of this hall. And we've prepared some creative games for
Kohak
you to
Player
enjoy.
Expedient, what's up,
And once
Maldog
you complete
X100?
one of those games, you'll get a stamp on your stamp card. Remember,
We have
you got
6
your
minutes
stamp
before
card
the show starts.
when you
Before
came in
BTS
this
starts.
hall. And if you've managed to collect all of the stamps, please give your card
just watching
to one
some-
of our charming and
some
nice
Asus
promoters,
program that is,
because all of our
apparently-
participants will be entered in a draw, and there's one really, really nice prize that awaits
Wherein apparently
one
they
person
have an
here.
event on April
And the
1st.
winner will get the latest high-end gaming graphics card, the Asus GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. We've seen that early
Nice.
on, and I think this is going to be a really great prize. But that's not all. Of course, we also have the latest games for you here to enjoy. You can play Quake Champions, Prey, Alex, Spellfall 3, Everspace, Yooka-Laylee, and Avon Colony. Of course, all of these games will run on the latest high-end gaming hardware from Asus ROG. And just one little reminder, we have a partner that's called Games Planet. And they do have some great discounts for those games, so you should definitely check out their
Gamers
website
Planet.
that's called gamesplanet.de if you want to get some of their discounts. And I've already
Dude, my
seen
Razer
that some of
Cortex
you
is not
have
logging me
green
in, though.
wristbands. Just a reminder, those with green wristbands, you can get your info packages at the
See,
counter.
it's not logging in.
But right now, the moment has come all of us have been waiting for. We welcome you, we invite you to see and meet our latest ROG products.
Ugh. My hair, my brain. That was too loud. That's too loud, ate. It's okay, Gadget Addict. We didn't really start. It was. Whoa, what the? Stop it. Stop. STAPH. Okay. We're gonna close that. Today, welcome to the 9:56 p.m. We have 4 minutes, so I'm gonna share the link to the show before we start. How do we do that? I will. Ison, ba't wala ka sa ano? Sa Samsung. Wala ba sa Samsung talaga? Watch. True. Hey, welcome to the 9:56 p.m. We have 4 minutes. Okay, I'm close that. Kokak show na po. Oh, I didn't post my... Oh, yeah, I forgot to post the topics sa ibang ating mga... Whatever. We'll just post the link. Kokak show na po. I forgot to post it on my fan page. Not that I have any fans. Ha 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 ha! Blair X the best. Blair X the best. Post. Post. Okay. Kokak Fool's Day. What's up, Joseph Seguin? Kabite Tech. Aaron. JDTV and Gadget Addict. Let's delete some of these. Delete. Just in case you don't know, humataw tayo sa YouTube this week because of Samsung Galaxy S8. Let's increase the volume of our music. There we go. 93,000 views on one of our videos. Let's see, Samsung.
TVs have started to do it.
Let's actually
Monitors
watch it.
have done it, and today.
Let's actually watch it so you know what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus, and you will hear my really bad voiceover for this video. Actually,
TVs have started to do it. Monitors have done it, and today smartphones are getting in the game. Bezel-free, thin smartphones are now here, and it is ushered in by the new Samsung Galaxy S8. Hi guys, I'm Alex from technoclass.com, and this is the mind-blowing new phone from the Korean manufacturer. When we heard the rumors about the Galaxy S8 having an all-screen affair, we thought it'd come close to LG's recently announced G6, a wider aspect ratio phone with very small bezels around it. Pretty standard, we thought. But Samsung does it a few levels better by packing a larger display, wider aspect ratio with more pixels to boot, and nearly no bezels on the sides, and some of which disappear into the edges like nothing else we've seen before. Samsung calls this the Infinity display, and we understand why. It is similar to the Infinity pools that just fall over the edge with no semblance of a wall. In fact, the only wall we can see are the bracket-like designs top and bottom, and those are kept to a minimum as well. Just enough to remind you where the phone starts and where it ends. You know, imagine dropping this in a pool with the wallpaper showing all water, and you might not find it anymore. What this translates to is a phone that packs some of the largest displays in the market, 5.8 inches and 6.2 inches on the Galaxy S8 Plus, yet it is much smaller than competing phones like the LG G6 and the iPhone 7 Plus. And boy, does it feel good in the hand. The near bezel-less nature of the display means your thumb can cut across the 1440 pixels, and reach both sides easily, something near impossible on other phones with displays close to this size. And the thin design and edged corners help in securing your grip as well, making this easily one of the best feeling
Secure you're earning your grip.
in securing your grip as well, making this easily one of the best feeling large display devices we've ever held, bar none. But what does it offer aside from this killer HDR capable AMOLED display? Well, inside the machine we're getting some expected top of the line hardware, a Snapdragon 835 or Exynos 8895 octa-core made by Samsung's new and efficient 10nm manufacturing process. You'll also get 4 gigs of RAM to power the new Android Nougat with Samsung's new version of TouchWiz UI, which looks much better than the previous generation, by the way. The cameras have stayed mostly the same in the back, with a 12 megapixel f1.7 optically image stabilized affair, which weirdly flanks the fingerprint scanner this time around. We don't understand why that is there, but you know, whatever. The front camera has been upgraded to 8 megapixel with autofocus and can also authenticate you via iris scanning or face recognition. The latter of which is fast enough to never notice it under normal use, which is great. And while Samsung isn't going with the dual lens trend this year, it still maintains the IP68 water resistance, fast wired and wireless charging batteries, of which there is 3000 mAh and 3500 mAh for the bigger one, S8 Plus, and you also keep the expandable storage from last year's model. So what did Samsung add feature-wise though? Well, 2 things actually. A new voice, image, and shopping assistant called Bixby. It recognizes food, consumer products, and landmarks via the camera and shows you any relevant information. It can also translate language and parse text from pictures too, which is great. It seems relatively powerful, but we've yet to see its full potential. Samsung, however, is so confident about the new Bixby Assistant that they literally added a dedicated physical button for it below the volume rocker and replaced the left home screen with Bixby's context-aware menus. The second thing the Korean company has implemented is called Samsung DeX, and it allows you to dock your S8 onto a desktop environment with a monitor, mouse, and keyboard as you would expect. A version of Android designed with windowed apps will run, and you can do your emails, browse, drag and drop files, or even multitask entirely on the S8 without the need for a computer. For people who literally have their entire lives on their smartphones, this is a great way to work on bigger projects without needing to transfer those files onto a desktop computer and spending the few minutes copying them back and forth or turning the computer on and off. It's a great idea, and while it's not necessarily pioneered by Samsung, we believe it's a great feature that might even allow us to run Android apps in a way we've never seen them before. But that also lands it in the 3 things that are possible question marks for this device. Will Samsung DeX catch on, or will users still prefer to work on laptops for more demanding tasks?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know where those people are. Actually scripted yan kasi nandito ako. You know, I have the script right here. See? There's the script. Boom. Scripted. Scripted si Kuya Alex. Wow, bulok. So what's up, everybody? Let's start the show. Where's my soundboard? Let's start the show with my high-tech soundboard. Hey, what is up, guys? Alex here from technoclass.com, and happy Price Pony Day. What's up? Let's all go to Price Pony today. Price Pony. Oh my God. Happy Price Pony Day to everybody. Let's go read some Price Pony articles today. In light of being Price Pony Day. But what is this website? Come on, make it what? Nasaan yung blog mo ni Price Pony? Oh, there it is. Stories that matter. Here we go. Some of this shit is so good. Let's see. See, Oppo F9 R. Oh my God, luma na nun eh. Let's see, 8 gig RAM for Mi 6. Wow. So, ang sabi dito, 6 gig RAM daw si Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. What is this? 6 gig RAM and 128 gig ROM. Wow. Wow. So what do you want to say? So real, the specs, so well researched, so price pony. Tama-tama sa April 1st. All right, let's read some of top 10 best 6 gig RAM mobile phones for March. 2K display, 7,000 milliamp hour battery. I'm not gonna fucking click next phone. I'm not gonna click next phone because it's fucking price pony. Xiaomi Mi 6 variants and prices: 8 gig RAM, Snapdragon 835. Wow. The Xiaomi Mi 6 should be unveiled either on April 11 or 16. Damn, dude. That's some news right there. That's some price pony. Welcome to April 1st. Welcome to April 1st. What do you think about the screen? Okay, so let's talk about our main topic for today. Welcome to the Big Time Show. Today is April 1st, 2017, but the show is not about price pony stuff. But we do celebrate the price pony day for today. But today we're not talking about fake news or April Fool's Day. We're going to talk about the Galaxy S8 mostly and how it affects our daily lives, I guess. If you didn't watch my video earlier, or you need a little refresher, the Galaxy S8 was launched this week by Samsung, and mostly internationally. There's a lot of international people. Galaxy S8, and it is a very attractive phone. Very nice new phone. Mobile, smartphones. Learn more. So, yung tipong pambagong buhay na yung price ng S8 and S8 Plus. Yeah, that's the problem. Obviously, we don't have the budget for it, but let's talk about it anyway. So the S8, S8 Plus is obviously the newest flagship from Samsung, and they're going with a screen that is nearly bezel-less, bezel-free. Oliver Burak says, di ako afford ng Galaxy S8. Pang ilang buwang gastos rin yun. Don't worry. Kuya, pumayat ka. Oh, wait, that was a lie. Yeah, na April Fool's ka ng aking ano. That's just wax. Hair wax. So, what Samsung did is basically eliminate everything on the front of the phone. So, if you think about this as the Galaxy S7, which it is not, but for demonstration purposes, let's assume this is the Galaxy S7 right here. They removed most of the top bezel here. They removed most of the bottom bezel here, make it curved actually, and they curved the corners of the screen and made it look like this. Made it look like this on the screen that you can see right now. One thing they did to combat the side effect of the ratio of the display, if you make 16:9 ratio display bigger, it also becomes wider. But it becomes wider to the left and to the right of the phone in portrait mode. You can see here. So what they did instead was make the display taller, or in sideways mode it's wider. What's up, Jazzy Jana? So instead of 16:9 ratio display, actually we can do something about this. I can actually show you. Let's see here. Experiment. We're gonna go on an experimentation nations here. Wait, that's not it. Let's do this one. Okay. Will you miss the home button? No. I'm fine with on-screen buttons. Kuya, masakit mag-assume. What the heck is that? Hugot. Here's the display of the Galaxy S8. Let's rotate it. First of all, right? And here, this is how wide it is. Now, I'm gonna show you what the 16:9 ratio is. Let's see, crop and rotate, aspect ratio, widescreen. So, what a 16:9 ratio display would look like is in this line right here. So, look how big that is. Wait. Let's do another. Let's start from the bottom of the phone, and then like that. Holy moly, how big that! Can you see that difference on the right side? How many pixels is it bigger? How many pixels? Look at that. That's almost 1 inch bigger on the top of your phone, on the screen, right? So that's what the difference between a 16:9, standard widescreen display is versus the 18.5:9 ratio of the Galaxy S8. This is the side effect of them making the display taller, but not wider. Taller but not wider. This is what naging ano na siya. Oh no! There it is. So you can see. Okay, so there are some very good questions here. So first of all, so what happens? Does it stretch the image or adds bars or actually it actually reprograms the interface for it to occupy the bigger part of the display. But you're asking about things like videos and games that are 16:9. When you're watching videos or games or playing games at 16:9, you will see black bars, but there is a button that says, do you want to what is this? Do you want to zoom in and occupy the wide screen and then crop the bottom parts, the bottom and top parts? So that's questionable. It's the same as the LG G6, questionable, right? Black bars or zoomed in, questionable. But for general, but a 16:9 video would have to be stretched or cropped bar. Yes, it will have to be stretched or cropped. And I think that's the major problem with this phone and the LG G6. The LG G6 also has a wider aspect ratio display, but that is 18:9. This is 18.5. 18.5:9. In general use, when you're not consuming content, the display is really nice. So let's watch some of the videos that I recorded here. Not all of them are very good. Let's see here. Let's see, flat lay. Here we go. So here's what it looks like when the interface is running, right? Mas maganda pa to kaysa sa Vivo. Here's what the interface looks like. It looks like a very tall phone. It looks like a very tall phone, right? Does that not look like a very tall phone to you? But what the side effect here is, it's very easy to grip through the sides of your hand. I like this this looks perverted somehow. Natin pa grab pa. Yeah, even with the bars, it's probably still decent. So that's the biggest thing. That is one of the biggest issues that is with the Galaxy S8 is how will the rest of the world accept the 18.5:9 aspect ratio? Sabi ko yan sa Samsung S8 may potential sa Samsung DeX, not desk. Samsung DeX. Parang text. So it actually has a taller UI. Also, the UI is taller, even if there is already navigation buttons on the bottom. So there are some navigation buttons on the bottom, which occupy like maybe part 3/4 of a centimeter. Wag mo pakialaman yung mouse ko, yung pakialaman yung mouse ko. What's up, Canada's Tech? Randallons, good PM, Sir Alex. Ano po at maganda, mabilis na LTE. Don't don't worry about LTE stuff. Just buy a good phone with LTE bands that are supported by your carrier, and don't worry about maganda at mabilis na LTE. It won't matter at this point because our ISPs or our mobile providers are terrible. So yeah, I know, magkaiba yung temperature. 32 degrees on one and 33 degrees on one. Ang dami niyong pinapansin. But yeah, these phones, the S8 is on the left, right here. The S8 Plus is on the right. They have the exact same screen resolution, 2960 by 1440 pixels. But the S8 Plus, the bigger one, is a 6.2 inches, while the S8 regular is 5.8 inches. But the relevant size of these phones are much smaller than comparable 5.5 inch devices. So I don't have much of a comparison here. Let's see. Front panning, handling. Hawak ni B-Boy. Photo of the ate. Where's the what shot did I use? That was versus a. I think this one is
About efficiency, if it's efficient or not.
So
Okay, it's 17,000 versus 3,000. UHD.
About efficiency.
here's a shot of the S8 Plus. This is the bigger phone. The S8 Plus versus my BlackBerry Priv right here. The BlackBerry Priv does not have a big display. This has a 5.2 inch display or 5.4. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. Okay, so the screen on this is 5.4 inches. Okay, so the the BlackBerry Priv I have on the left side is a 5.4 inch phone, and yet the Galaxy S8 Plus. Panoorin natin yung kay B-Boy. Okay, we can do that. And yet the Galaxy S8 Plus is much narrower by a lot, by more than a centimeter. It's taller by a little bit though. But that's because it's a bigger display. It's a 6.2 inch display versus a 5.4 inch display. That's the difference. That's a major difference here. So you might be getting a smaller phone. This form factor right here, the S Plus, this S8 Plus, is actually smaller than an iPhone 7 Plus because of how small the bezels are. And yun yung pinaglalaban nila. And I really like where they're going with this. It really does look like, for example, look at this phone. Look at how it. You can't see where the screen starts and where it ends. It looks like it's an all-screen phone, and there's a lot of brands that actually say they're all-screen phones, but they're not. This is mostly an all-screen phone, and just there's like a small parentheses, close and open parentheses, top and bottom right now. That's all. Most apps today are now supporting 18.5. Generally, apps are pretty easy to adapt to multiple aspect ratios. It's the videos that are not easy to adapt. Let's watch B-Boy's video though. Toink. Papanoorin nyo to eh, kaya lang 2,688 views lang oh.
Tied with our other phones, you're just going to say, "Hey, what's up guys, B-Boy here, and today we go hands-on with the newest flagship device of Samsung, the Galaxy S8
Tignan nyo yung
and
views
S8
ko
Plus."
oh.
When I first saw the spec sheet stating it's a 5.8 inch and a 6.2
Such views very
Quad
well.
HD OLED display, my first comment was, "That is huge." But when I personally got to try and physically held the phone, I was like, what is the size of this phone again? Literally, the Infinity display is totally a whole new level of experience with this phone. Personally, when we
Kamay ko
compare
yan
it
eh.
side by
Okay,
side with
alright. So just in case you want to know what these phones are, this is my BlackBerry Priv right here, right? With the Big Time Show logo. This is the Zenfone 3 standard, right? 5.5 inch. This is, I don't know, Infinix, some bullshit Infinix phone that I don't know because nobody actually gives a shit about. No, all right, never mind. And this is, I believe, the S8 regular. I believe it could be the S8 Plus. I don't know, but look at the relative size of these phones. With the Zenfone 3 with the case looks massive. The Infinix just looks like a really terrible waste of space when it comes to bezels and crap. The BlackBerry Priv, it still looks decent because of how they've designed it and stuff. The BlackBerry Priv has relatively large bezels, admittedly, but because of the design, it looks quite squared off and everything, so it looks nice. And there you go. There's the Samsung. Look at the bezel on the bottom. That's how thin the bezel is on the bottom. Also, hindi marunong mag-focus si Kuya B-Boy. Let's keep
our
watching.
other phones, you're just going to say, your current phone is huge, bro. The bezel less effect, slimmer but longer form factor is just perfect. I absolutely admire the new S8 and even the S8 Plus, even having that screen size.
Tanadas Tech says the S8 looks amazing. I'm waiting to get the the Note 8 since my upgrade is in October. Yeah, I'm not. I'm waiting for the new Google Pixel phones as well. I'm not necessarily one that likes, Samsung units. In particular, I do have a Samsung phone and I do like Samsungs, but I prefer stock Android. Oh, it's Carl Lamiel from Yugatech. What's up, Carl? Hello. May alak pa sa may desk. Yeah. So the
Boy, it
wine
just changed the way you think about
the wine on the desk is for Bixby. You can actually detect if the wine is good or bad.
phones' screen sizes. Of course, to achieve that infinity
So look at this. Look at this display, right? It's mostly a very tall display. They actually curve the corners as well, same as the LG G5, LG G6. And I'm not sure if I like that kind of stuff, the curved corners, because there are some pixels you won't be able to see on certain videos and whatnot. But I guess it's not that bad. It's just a corner, so why not? Whatever. And it's quite tall. It's quite tall. I don't know what to compare it with, but it's just tall.
display, they needed to redesign the buttons functionality. Basically, the buttons are now on screen, but what makes it unique is the home button. Now it has this vibrating feedback when the display is pressed. Kinda similar with the iPhone but without having the physical
What I like about the new the new TouchWiz UI from Samsung is that they redid all of their icons, right? So let me just show you what the current icons look like. They look like kids stuff. The current icons look like kid stuff. That's what the current icons look like. Look at that, chubby squircle buttons. And what I hate about the Samsung way of creating icons is they they butcher they butcher the transparency of other icons. They butcher the transparency of other icons. Look at the messenger icon. They butcher it by adding a border around it. Look at my Pixay Pro logo there, or icon there. It butchered. The Uber Uber icon, they have a square circle around it. They butchered that thing. Look at Spotify. Spotify, look at that. What did they do? They added a border around Spotify. I don't I don't like that. Why are all my icons bordered? Look at Drive. Look at everything. Everything. All of the transparency is broken. All of the icon transparency. It makes it look like some kid's toy. The icons are kid's toy. Anyway, but but the new icon pack on the new Galaxy S8 Plus or the S8 is kind of new. It's kind of minimalist. They went with some sort of wireframe look at the camera icon right here, the internet icon, the messages icon, and also the back home and recent key are different. I didn't
home
spend too
button
much
because the mechanical mechanism
enough
is
time with the icon packs to see if they actually added another border with other apps like Spotify and stuff like that. Um, but on-screen buttons are decent. They're fine. I'm not complaining. They're much better, much much better than the previous generation of icons which I have here, which is basically the Galaxy S7 era icons. But it's Samsung. What sometimes you have to expect these things from Samsung, where they will change certain aspects of the UI, and some of it are tacky. Some of it are really tacky. Um, Nova launcher na lang, sabi ni Carla Miel. S8 seems to be a rebooted Note 7 though. So I'm fine with the Note 7. This is B-Boy demoing the Samsung Dex. My video coverage of Samsung Dex was for some reason accidentally deleted off my camera, so I wasn't able to show most of the Samsung Dex. But this is a pretty cool feature. Samsung Dex is a pretty cool feature. Um, you you basically have this phone and then you plug it into the dock, and then it actually runs a lot of apps from Android on the desktop, on a desktop environment with mouse and keyboard. And I wasn't able to investigate which apps run, but most apps run, like gallery, browser. I saw Skype running there. I saw email. I saw there's a lot of stuff that runs. I just don't have. I wasn't able to run any tests for games or stuff like that, so I can't test any games. But assuming you can run games, you can probably like play Clash of Clans on your monitor, maybe at some point. I don't know why you want to do that, but you can do it. Um, Also, Bixby is there. How much for the dock? The dock is $150, and that's one of the topics that I wanted to say. But since you asked, the Samsung Deck Station docks costs $150, which is 150 USD, was about 8,000 pesos. Oh my God, I can't type. I have a new keyboard. About 8,000 pesos. So I do like the Dex thing. It's promising. I don't know if how many people will use it, but it's very promising. And here is the what do you call this? Samsung Bixby. And this is the biggest question mark for this phone. The biggest question mark for this phone is how many people will start using Bixby? And one thing is they actually added a dedicated button for Bixby on underneath the volume rocker. There's another button on the phone that is not the home button, that is not the power button, that is not whatever. It's a Bixby button. And I don't know who this girl is that B-boy is fraternizing with. The camera is mostly the same. It's the same 12 megapixels in the back. Supposedly there's some better software, what do you call this? Uh Software processing for the main camera, but the front camera is an upgraded 8 megapixel wide angle autofocus front camera. Look at that design though. It's a really nice design. Oh, I don't care about that. I don't care about those. It's a tall phone. And one thing about okay, so the main disadvantages you would normally get from phones like these that have very unique and very unusual designs, even though they're really good looking, is number one is how to get screen protectors. As Canada's Tech says, she won't use Bixby. How would you buy screen protectors for these? Usually, would the ones that you could get for these are typically the already curved tempered glass. The cases are slightly harder, but Samsung already does provide some of their cases that work for the S8, S8 Plus, which is nice. And I saw online there are other S8, S8 Plus cases already from Spigen. So I'm fine with that. That seems fine. It's a little bit annoying, especially since the case will ruin your phone looks, whatever. But I guess it's fine. It's something we have to deal with all the time anyway. Let's bring back some music. Let's read some comments. Vector type pero malinis. Dex is killer. $150. Doc is 75. I'm not excited by Bixby at all. Yet another assistant play. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. Sir Alex, out of topic po. Based on review po, mabilis na po yung 700 megahertz na experience niyo po pag No. I haven't used 700 megahertz. Maybe not ride the 700 megahertz dick just yet. Maybe just go for the standard megahertz bands like 2100 and 1800 right now, because it's way too early. It's way too early to be expecting that you get something good out of 700 megahertz. If you're not in the Philippines, or if you're not familiar, 700 megahertz is a new LTE band in the Philippines, and 700 megahertz is promising because it penetrates a lot farther, and it goes a lot farther than other higher frequency LTE bands like 1800 or 2100. The main issue here is the implementation and spread, right? And the amount of people using it. So just chill. Just chill about this. I don't want you to become disappointed when you're like, I'm gonna ride the dick of this 700 megahertz band and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna expect the fucking 50 Mbps that everybody's talking about. You're not gonna get 50 Mbps. Shit, you're not gonna get 3 Mbps. So, don't relax about 700 Mbps. You don't need a 700 Mbps. You don't need a 700 megahertz phone. Just make sure you have a decent phone. Make sure you have a decent phone instead of a phone with 700 megahertz. Make sure you have a decent phone, like maybe a Huawei with very good antennas. or even Samsung, decent brands. Don't ride on the coattails of hey, we got 700 megahertz, we got some amazing speeds up in the air, baby. No, that's just not gonna happen. Carl says, what I don't understand is they still have Google Assistant on the phone when they already have Bixby. Odd, but is it a good choice? It's Samsung. That's what they do. If there was a car, Samsung would invent another car that uses different technologies, but also exist in the same car. It's like Samsung car on car. Samsung does that because they want their own proprietary technologies. They want to make money off their own proprietary technologies and call it their own. And also, there are a few reasons. There is Samsung saying it's because we can. It's because we can create our own assistant. Number two, so Samsung can make. Hey, what's up, Tana Dustek? Thank you very much for the donation. It's so Samsung can also use their own technologies and license their own technologies and make money from their own technologies instead of only relying on Google products. And number three is they're making sure that they're not 100% reliant on Google technologies. When or if they cut ties with Google, when or if some things happen, they have Bixby to go back onto. But I think primarily Bixby, as a move by Samsung, is a way for them to make money from advertising or whatever things that they actually have on Bixby that they're not telling you about. They're getting your information. They're finding out your browsing patterns. They're finding out your travel patterns. They're finding out your purchasing patterns. They know what pictures you're taking pictures of. These are information you're feeding to Samsung instead of Google. And that's what Bixby is. And it's not that much farther from... I actually disabled mine, but it's not that much farther from Samsung's, the home screen that goes on here from the Galaxy S7, where it knows your browsing patterns and your shopping patterns and stuff like that. I disabled mine because I hate that kind of crap. It's like Google now, but ugly Samsung version. But today it's called Bixby, and I don't know if I'm happy about it, but it is a nice feature. It is a nice feature if they can make it work. So I don't have proper. Let's actually go back to. Can we go back to B-Boy's video? No, we can't. So here is supposedly their Halo pitch for that. I have it right here. So here's their Halo pitch for that. Let's look for the Bixby part. Oh, there it is. So, okay. So here's Bixby, right? So it does do voice activation or voice commands. You can take pictures of whatever you want and can tell you where to buy them or how to buy them, or in the future version you can buy them directly from Bixby. And now all of their things, your activities, your photos, your where you eat, how you go to Uber and stuff like that, all that will go through Bixby, or you can push it through Bixby. And I don't know, it seems like a nice Halo product. I keep using Halo product because there's not a lot of ways to describe it. It's a nice theoretical product that might come up as good, but at its worst, it's data collection. At its worst is data collection and also getting affiliate money from selling you ads or selling you products from their partners like Amazon or something like that. If Samsung will partner with Amazon, sell you that bicycle, right? It'll sell you that bicycle, and they'll get some proceeds by selling you that bicycle, right? Hey, Bixby sold you a bicycle. Get me $5 for that transaction. It makes sense, but yeah, that's what Bixby is. I think it's okay. It's just annoying that there's another attempt by Samsung completely spam you and then create more ways for bloatware and crap to be in your system. And obviously that's what we don't like about Samsung, but what can you do? Samsung will be Samsung. At least it's not Asus right now. Every strawberry phone now comes with 700 megahertz guaranteed to make your love life better. Even if you get the million Mbps, you're gonna be upset when you consume your data cap in 30 minutes. There's some interesting questions here. Free ice cream with any purchase at Daiso UBTC. Just saying. Some tall phones are easier to grip. They are easier to grip. Ano mas maganda sound quality sa phone? Dolby Atmos or Hi-Fi DAC? That doesn't actually... That's two different things. That's two different things, right? Dolby Atmos is a audio processing engine that adds effects to your audio and equalizes it to make it sound the right way as Dolby interprets it, right? While Hi-Fi DAC is basically the electronics that translate your audio from ones and zeros and ones and zeros. Kuya Alex, happy Kokak Day. What's up, Antonio Arenas? Ones and zeros into the waveform audio that you're listening to. You can. They are not the same technologies, right? Hi-Fi DAC happens before any audio processing happens, and Dolby Atmos happens after the audio is decoded from digital to analog. That's why digital to analog converter, DAC, right? You want a good Hi-Fi DAC to create the perfect audio from your digital source. And then, after that Hi-Fi DAC, it's up to you what kind of processing you want. Typically, me personally, I like it flat. I like it the way it is. But Dolby Atmos can make it more spatial, as Carla Mill says. It more interesting. There's more verticality. There's more wideness to the sound. Me personally, I like it flat. But a Hi-Fi DAC is always better than no DAC. And like I said, they don't cancel each other out. You can have a Hi-Fi DAC and Dolby Atmos at the end, or just Hi-Fi DAC, no Dolby Atmos, or no Hi-Fi DAC but Dolby Atmos. So what's that? And or? It's not and or. It's actually or. Wait, what? What? Yeah, it's and or. It's and or. Just root the damn thing so you can erase the bloats. That is another way towards a smooth and lag-free interface, but it also is another way towards a little bit more maintenance required smartphone when you root your phone, because a lot of maintenance is required for that. Rooting Samsung is harder now. Some downsides. Yeah, that's true. There is a Knox, so there is some issues with rooting your Galaxy S8. That's why I'm still waiting for the Google Pixel 2017. Okay, so what else do we need to talk about here? Okay, so the Galaxy S8. Let's talk about the specs real quick, because otherwise we don't have anything else to talk about. So the S8 Plus has a 6.2-inch 2960 by 1440 Super AMOLED HDR Gorilla Glass 5. Now, what I do like about this is that it's HDR. A lot of phones these days, the flagship ones, are getting HDR displays, like the LG G6 and the Xperia XZ Premium. I think those are the current ones with HDR displays. And obviously, Samsung hindi magpapahuli, so they are implementing HDR on the display. And I do like HDR. It's the future of displays currently, and I think that, one of these days we'll all be living in HDR world of displays, and it'll be our standard display at this point in the future. But for now, it is a buzzword that really will make your life different when you see HDR in person. you know, it will look, the difference between bright and dark will be bigger. Um, in some cases, masisil, you'll see the light will be so bright on one part of the screen, but it will be so dark on the other part of the screen that you will think, how could that be possible? I don't know. I don't know. I know I could Google this, but does it have optical stabilization hardware base? Yes. So both the S8 and the S8 Plus will have optically stabilized 12 megapixel cameras. The same sensor as last year. The same sensor as last year. However, Samsung says there will be better video, or I mean, software processing for the images. The front camera is a non-stabilized 8 megapixel autofocus lens. So last year was 5 megapixel. What's up, Mahmoud Badwi? Last year was 5 megapixel non-autofocus. This year it's 8 megapixel autofocus. It should be better by a little bit. It should be better by a little bit, and that's all you need, you know, better by a little bit. Batteries. Here's the one complaint about the battery. It's actually smaller than last year. Last year's model. It's 3,000 milliamp hour, fast wireless and wired charging, and it's built in. It's non-removable. 3,000 is fine, but it seems rather small for today's standards. If the S8 Plus has 3,500, that's not even too big, in my opinion. That seems decent. From what it looks like, is Samsung is trying to avoid the pitfalls of the Note 7 explosion issues. Explosion issues. Oh, my Note 7 has an explosion issue. Non-user replaceable, obviously. Yes, it's built in. You can't remove it. Non-user replaceable. What's wrong with your spelling? Replacable. Yeah, so it's running Android 7.0 Nougat with TouchWiz skin, 12 megapixel camera, 8 megapixel front, 4 gigs of RAM. That's a little disappointing from a flagship phone that costs 40,000 pesos and 46,000 pesos. There are phones today with 6 gigs of RAM, which are much more affordable than this. But then again, it's Samsung, so what? I don't know. 4 gigs of RAM is perfectly fine, but I would have expected them to actually bump it up a notch by saying, hey, we got 6 gigs. Imagine if their competition started selling 6 gigs of RAM and started selling Snapdragon 835 as well. Granted, they have a really good display on their phone. So typical other specs here: dual SIM LTE, NFC. It's made of metal and glass, Gorilla Glass 5 front and back, IP68 water and dust resistant, and you get the Bixby Assistant and Samsung DeX. It's available for pre-order starting April 17 in the Philippines for 40,000 pesos or 46,000 pesos. Hungry Kuya Ison says, just remember that Samsung didn't relatively increase in size as compared to the S7. That's why the battery stayed within 3,000, 3,500. Yeah, but okay. I understand. And they have to put a lot of components somewhere. So that's what they did. Now, okay, on to the most questionable thing that happened with the S7. The most questionable thing is the fingerprint placement. But perhaps the 10nm Pro comes in for the big screens. So, a lot of people are complaining about this. Brian Paul says, yep, the 6 gig RAM on my phone is very convenient for app switching. So, a lot of people will complain about this, and I will complain about this. I think everybody will complain about this. Is the fingerprint scanner is right next to the camera for some reason. It's on the back, and it's right next to the camera. And we don't understand why that is. What happened there? Of course, the theory behind it is that Samsung was trying to research a fingerprint scanner that would be implemented underneath the actual screen from Synaptics, but they ran out of time And so they had to make do with the fingerprint scanner that is badly placed, right? It was supposedly in the screen itself, the fingerprint scanner, but now they're placing it on the right side of the camera bump, or the right, no camera bump, but right side of the camera. And during my short time with it, it's okay, but you do need to shift your hand a little bit to actually hit the fingerprint scanner. So here's me trying to hit the fingerprint scanner. It's a little high for the fingerprint. So there it is. Boink. There it is. Thankfully, you don't necessarily need to use the fingerprint scanner. There are two more ways to authenticate other than the fingerprint and the typical what do you call this? Yeah, so other than pin password and pin password pattern and fingerprint, there are two more ways to authenticate on the phone. Samsung problem with the fingerprint scanner placement if you're right-hander or left-hand. Actually, I think both right and left hands will have a problem with the fingerprint scanner anyways. Okay, so I think what Samsung wants you to do is not use the fingerprint scanner anymore and use the other authentication methods. So Samsung implemented two more authentication methods. One is iris scanner, which is the iris scanner came from the Note 7 from last year, where it detects your iris and it authenticates your irises, right? The other scanner is just a facial recognition scanner, and I think that's an old technology. Facial recognition scanner was around since Lollipop, I want to say, and they actually removed it because of its lack of reliability or easy to fool nature. But maybe they are using a different technology now. Maybe they're using what is akin to with Microsoft Hello. Microsoft Hello uses infrared. Microsoft uses infrared blasters. They will blast your face with infrared, and then what comes back, they will scan it and authenticate it. However, it has been proven that you can still authenticate with the face recognition on the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus by just showing a photo of yourself. So a photo of yourself can easily be face recognized by the S8, S8 Plus. And that's something we don't want to do, because anybody can take a picture of yourself, show it to your S8, S8 Plus, and it will be unlocked. But for convenience sake, it is the fastest way to unlock aside from the fingerprint on the back. Accidental smudges on the camera if you're not used to it. Yes, definitely. The actual, yung ano nga eh, so the camera app on the S8, S8 Plus, when you open the camera app, it says, make sure there are no smudges on the lens, especially if you're using fingerprint scanner recognition. It actually says that when your fingerprint scanner is on. I prefer the fingerprint scanner over facial iris. What do you do with your phone? Says Juan de la Cruz. Why would you need a 6 gig RAM phone? There are separate devices like a laptop/desktop for processing and a camera for shooting your videos. If you're a YouTuber, haha. There's a point to be made there, but also there's a point to be made where multitasking is a big thing on smartphones these days. Me personally, I do a lot of social, I do a lot of photo editing, I do a lot of social media, watch YouTube and stuff like that. I won't say that I've actually felt the need for more than 4 gigs, but I did feel 4 gigs to be closing some apps that I don't want it to be when I'm really, really multitasking. So I believe 6 gigs will help. The extra 2 gigs will help. I don't know if it's necessarily needed or required for most phones. But we're talking about the Galaxy S8 here. We're talking about the top-of-the-line phone from Samsung. And we're expecting top-of-the-line specs. So it's a little disappointing that we're not getting 6 gigs because of it should be top of the line. We're paying 40,000 pesos. We're paying 46,000 pesos here. Just like just like people say, you know, Nintendo. If you don't criticize a phone or a brand or for example, if you don't criticize Nintendo, what would Nintendo do to improve? Then it won't improve. If you don't criticize, if you're just being a fanboy and saying, "Hey, 4 gigs is enough," then Samsung will just go with 4 gigs because you're saying 4 gigs is enough. But if you keep questioning their motives, keep questioning what they're trying to do with their phone, then maybe they'll push it to 6 gigs. Maybe they'll push it to 8 gigs. So we criticize because we love it, I guess. Right? Imagine if you could do video editing on the S8 when you put it on the dock. I hope you can do that. Yeah, I hope you can do that. Shoot a video, dock your phone to the TV, edit your video, upload to YouTube. Joseph Seguin, paano pala pag sa fingerprint scanner nasugatan yung registered finger mo, paano mo i-unlock yung phone? As always, with any phone that you register fingerprints to, you will also register a PIN or a password or a pattern. And if your finger is not recognized by the phone, your PIN, password, or pattern will be the secondary way to unlock your phone. Other than that, you can use your Google account password if you really are not able to unlock it. Masyado malakas yung music? Okay, bawasan natin. There you go. Hindi ko na nababalance yung audio ko ngayon sometimes. Because sometimes I have to. Some streams I have to do. Okay, what are we doing next? All-in-one magic gonna make you happy a long time, you know. What? Huh? Kuya, anong music yan pengi? What? This is NCS. NCIS. Right there. See? Just play pause, play best of 2016 and you're fine. Other than that, let's play uplifting. Para may iba naman. So yeah, fingerprint scanner is annoying. Iris scanner might be your secondary best option, but I think facial scanner is decent. It's not foolproof. Facial scanning is not foolproof. Thank you for the comment about the music. Sometimes I'm not able to perfectly balance it anymore. We're rocking a new headphones and we're rocking a semi-temporary computer, and also we're rocking some semi-temporary. Look at this. Check my just keyboard out. Yeah. Whoosh, whoosh. It's a Knight Rider type. Meow. Meow. We're reviewing this keyboard for Galax. Tama lang, oh. My mouse pad that is RGB is called Galax, so it's like Samsung Galaxy S8. Keyboard I'm reviewing is also Galax. Does the iris scanner use the camera, or does it have a separate scanner? It uses a separate scanner. There's actually multiple scanners on top of this phone here. I believe it has a front camera, an iris scanner, an IR blaster, and a face recognition scanner, which is four cameras, I believe. I don't know. I'm not that much of an expert, but at least they're using at least 2 or 3 scanners here, separate. Definitely an IR blaster for face recognition. What else do we need to know? Not much. Water resistance. That's it. Samsung Dex and Bixby. Yeah, that's it. That's all we need to know about the new iPhone. The new iPhone. Let's talk a little bit about what the other brands are gonna do. What are other brands gonna do when you're gonna compete against a phone that looks like this? The game is well in the way broke. The rules have changed. the rules have changed way hugely. Are we gonna are competing manufacturers gonna survive with a phone? Are competing manufacturers gonna survive with a phone that still has bezels? Let's look at the what's it called? LG G6. I think the LG G6 is a nice looking phone, but it's not gonna compare at all. That's what the LG G6 looks like. I don't think it has any competition when it comes to design look, what it looks like. The LG G6 looks like a typical smartphone with maybe a slightly bigger display. Of course, the G6 has a wide-angle camera in the back, which is nice actually. But when it comes to the design, I think Samsung has it beat by a lot. Nearly bezel-free display, right? Also, the Samsung has a better processor, but let's just assume that's not gonna affect your decision. What are other what is Apple gonna do? Apple hasn't innovated in forever, sadly. Hey, it's Jose Rizal. What's up, Jose Rizal? What is Apple gonna do? Apple has stuck with the 16:9 ratio 1080p display for forever right now, and the problem with Apple is they're not that adaptable when it comes to resolution changes. So if the iPhone 8 is just another 1080p phone at 5.5 inches, how is that going to be called innovation? Let's see, 7 Plus, the bigger one, the 5.5 inch. Yeah, there's a red one. They have a good website though, that's for sure. Give me just a picture, dude. But come on. There you go. It looks silly. It looks silly at this point. Look at the silly bezels on this phone, man. OnePlus 3T is still competitive, I think. Obviously, it's 12 to 25,000 pesos, so it's competitive. iPhone has iOS, which is pretty nice, pretty killer to be fair. Yeah, that's true. Restrictive, lockdown, sure, but so stable and smooth. What is Apple gonna do to say that they're actually innovating this year with the iPhone 8? Because they're gonna launch something big with iPhone 8 soon. That's the rumors, at least, because it's the 10th year of Samsung. It's the 10th year of iPhone, I think. 10th year of iPhone, maybe. I think. I forget. So they have to launch something big. Currently, the only rumor is it's gonna be a 1080p AMOLED display. Come on, man. 1080p is so 2014. It's close to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antennas are boned and the cameras. Design ng Apple pare-parehas na lang, parang Oppo at Vivo. Good evening, Sir Alex. What's up, Genji Choi? Ngayon lang nakapanood ulit ng live. What's up, Genji Choi? Welcome to the show. What's up sa Cebu? Apple just released a red phone and a budget iPad. Yeah, they did release a budget iPad. Samsung is the king again. They lost a lot because of the Note 7 shenanigans. They really deserve this comeback. Yeah, sure. I also understand. Samsung you know, for lack of a better term, Samsung really did innovate this year. You know, from the S6 to the S7, the lowest point of Samsung was the Galaxy S5, and I have one right here. The lowest point of Samsung was the S5. Dun, 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 dun. There it is, the Galaxy S5. And one of the letters on the Samsung logo is already missing. Samsung na lang siya. Samsung. This is the lowest point of Samsung. They had really good specs for this device, but really terrible design. I mean, look at the Band-Aid crap on the back. Obviously, everybody remembers that. But Samsung stepped it up with the S6 by making it all glass and all glass and metal. Though they did miss some specs like the expandable memory and water resistance and whatnot. Removable battery. No more removable battery. S7 they made it waterproof. Bring back the expandable storage. But this is the biggest departure from their current design ethos right now by really going whole hog with the all-screen design. They actually just went back. Honestly, this is going back to the drawing board by figuring out a new screen ratio. How much bezel can they actually get away with using their current technology of edge displays to perfection? And they made a really, really beautiful phone in the front. I think the back is a little boring. The back looks like a Note 7. It just looks like a Note 7. But as far as a departure from current generation from previous generation to the current generation, this is the farthest Samsung has gotten from the rest of the world. This is the farthest Samsung has gotten from the rest of the world when it comes to smartphones. And I just wanted to point out, there was a time when Samsung was just copying Apple stuff. There was a time when Samsung was just copying the design of Apple iPhone. They were just copying, the fingerprints, the home button in the middle, the semicircle, and then the black look of the iPhone. These days, it looks like, obviously Samsung has broken out of that shell. They got sued. Apple got awarded $1 billion. That's still in court, and I think they lowered the settlement costs. But now it's just not a competition. At some point, iPhones are nice, and their displays and cameras are very, very nice. But when we're talking about innovation, they haven't actually done much recently. Look at this thing. It's a 5.5-inch 1080p display. How is that innovation? When we're still... My BlackBerry Priv has more resolution than the iPhone 7 Plus. Some cheap phones are higher resolution than this 1334 by 750 resolution of the 4.7-inch iPhone 7. It's not about screen size, or it's not about Apple says when it's a bigger screen it's harder to use, but Samsung has already proven that it's not. You can also innovate in that sense where you can make the screen bigger, make the bezel smaller, and it's still easy to handle, just like the S8 and S8 Plus. And I have to admit, the S8 and S8 Plus are very nice to handle because of the small bezels on the left and right. And let me just show you that all over again. There it is. So they're actually very tiny phones when you handle them in portrait mode. So that's what I like. It's very nice. Why do I have this song? Ginamit ko to sa vlog ko nung isang araw, si Night Shines. Anyway, let's watch another side by side. So they're very, very, very easy to handle because of how small their widths are when you're holding them in portrait. Obviously, they're tall. The question is here now. This proves that yes, tall phones are a good way to make bigger screens on phones that are easy to handle with one hand. Will it catch on, or will we just stick with smaller displays? 5.5 inch seems to be the 5.5 inch seems to be the norm for a lot of phones these days. So here's a question: will refurbished Note 7 will it come to the Philippines? Don't know, but it's a very, very good likelihood of it coming to the Philippines because we are one of the developing countries that they said they'll sell the refurbished Note 7s in what do you call this? In emerging markets. Emerging markets. That's what they said. Emerging markets. So yeah, I guess that's it for the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. There's not much we can say. It's gonna be available soon. It's gonna change the way we think about displays. That guy is super creepy looking. Super creepy. Also excited for the Samsung C9 Pro. I think I have an event for the Samsung C9 Pro. Let's see. Calendar. Next week. Yeah, I have an event for Samsung C9 Pro. So, what is it anyway? It's a PC, right? What is this? Big battery, 6 gigs RAM. This is the. Huh. Okay. They're gonna launch this in the Philippines next week. Okay, I thought it was a PC. Look at that Photoshop though. That's such a bad Photoshop. Photoshop. Oh my god, I can't zoom. Look at that Photoshop. That is such a terrible Photoshop. USB-C type charging. Dual slot. Interesting. Interesting. 1.95 gigahertz octa-core. I thought it was a PC. Now I'm bored. Now I'm kind of Alright, let's close that. Let's close this. I'm gonna close this Facebook stuff. Key visual. Let's look at some photos here. There's what it looks like. Black, 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 black. Oh, I can't use keyboard. I'm a big Apple fanboy, OS X for life, but the laptops and phones are going downhill. Gray one's kind of boring. White one's kind of boring. Gold? Nah. That's it. That's the gold, that's the white, and there's the dark gray, the blue, and the black. I don't know. The blue might be nice. It's not for everybody though. Close that. So here's a little bit of news. Bixby will only support US English and Korean for launch. As expected anyway, but yeah, okay. Dex dock costs $150. It's not bad. 8,000 pesos. It could be cheaper. So the question here is is the Dex dock just a standard USB-C hub? Because you can buy a USB-C hub with HDMI out for super cheap these days, like a couple of thousand pesos, about $50 less. So if this is just a standard USB-C dock, you can buy a cheaper one. But if it's not, if it's a custom USB-C dock, then, well, you have to pay $150. Other news includes just Nokia. Nothing. It's just boring Nokia news because they didn't even specify the prices of the new phones. Just the basic. HMG also scheduled the following release phones this week: Nokia 150 dual SIM for 1,500, Nokia 216 dual SIM for 1,790, Nokia 230 for 2,890. But the prices for the 3310, the Nokia 3 and 5 and 6, there's no prices. So fuck that news. I assume they're gonna make it proprietary, but the Chinese will clone it soon enough, I'm guessing. Yeah, just like the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo Switch dock is semi-proprietary. You can't buy a typical USB-C dock to to dock your Nintendo Switch. My Nintendo Switch is bright. Oh, it's off. Whatever. Here's my Nintendo Switch. Yay! Okay, so did you try Fox Plus yet? No, I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I watch. They are not going down here. They are just becoming stale AF. Oh, Apple. Okay. So I think that might be it for the show. So 1 hour and more than an hour. I mean, there are some other. Okay. If you're not bored yet, we can talk about my keyboard and mouse. If you're not bored yet, where's my tripod? Let's do this the right way. I'm gonna tripod it up. The non-click trackpads on the new MacBooks. What the fuck? So what we have here, I will actually move my camera. Here's give me 20 seconds. Okay, let's move this camera. Uh-oh. Maikli yung cable niya. Oh no. Let's add a tripod mount to this camera to make it more professional. Too short po, should be 4 hours. I'm making BTS shorter now. That's what I'm doing. That's my new goal. Shorter BTS for some reason. Because why not? Short and sweet. Let's see if my webcam is. Hey, there we go. Alright, so let's talk about this keyboard that I have here, which is this guy. This is the Galaxy S8 Hall of Fame mechanical Kirsten Celeste. Thank you for the subscribe. Galaxy S8 Off Gaming mechanical keyboard, and this is using Cherry MX switches, which is great because those are the best switches, and it's using Cherry MX Brown. There you go. I don't know exactly how to do this thing. I'm not prepared, and also these are brand new, so I don't really know how the features are going. So these are Cherry MX Brown switches, so they're not super clicky. My main keyboard that I use is super clicky, but these are very, these are almost RGB. And when I say almost RGB, is because it's only white color, but there is a lot of features in this keyboard, and I don't remember all of them. I know the function this turns on game mode, so I can't press start anymore, like that. See, start button doesn't work. So if I turn off game mode, I can press start right there. Perfect. So also, there's a lot of illumination versions here that I don't remember exactly how to set. So function F11 will change the illumination style. So now it's waving down here, right? It's vertically waving down. F11 again. Now it's just breathing. F11. Now it's just on, I think. Yeah, it's just on. Another F11. Random stuff. let's fix the let's fix the focus here. Configure. Oh, come on. Logitech. Where's my... There it is. Logitech. Where's the settings for my Logitech? Close. Configure. Configure. It's not loading the settings or whatever. Anyway, let's just maintain the focus there. What else? Function F11. Now it's what is this? Radar look. F11. Fireworks. F11. I don't know what this is. Function F11. This is the fountain. I remember the name fountain. This is left and right side illumination. I think that's off. And now it's back to my original state. I like this one. So my key response is set to wave. So here you go, setting to wave right now. Like so, right? I can actually change my key response by pressing F12. As you can see, it's a single line wave right now. F12. Multi-line wave. F12. Reverse wave. Reverse wave multi-line. This is off, I think. No, it just turns... Wait, ano nga ba? No, it actually turns... Well, whatever. I like the big wave. I like the full screen wave. There. I like this one. Sadly, it's not, you know, RGB colored like red, green, blue. Red, green... Yeah, red, green, blue. But it's just white. There's one more feature that I don't remember what it's for. Oh yeah, this function F10. Custom lighting. Custom choice lighting, right? So I can set whatever buttons I want to light up. But this is just one custom setting, right? But I do like the wavy line, the wavy ilaw though. Wavy ilaw! But I do like this one. The wave that goes from left to right. So what I wanted, okay, so a few features here. It's pretty standard size. All of the keys are representative. There's a volume knob. There's a volume knob here. It goes up and down. I can change the volume of my PC. And if I press this button, it changes the brightness of my lights. See? See? Right? Okay. Other than that, it's pretty simple. There's no software required on your PC, and I like that there's no software required on your PC. Because I hate installing software on my PC here. I hate having stuff that is going on over here because I'm a minimalist kind of guy. There's also pass-through. Okay, so under here, you can see there's a USB port that goes to my printer. I use this for my SD card reader. There's also a headphone jack here and a microphone jack. I don't use those headphone jacks and microphone jacks because I use a special headset that uses USB. So it's got a lot of features except for the software. You can program macro and whatnot, but I don't really use those. And also, last feature that it has that is pretty cool is the palm rest is magnetic. There you go. Magnetic palm rest. It has actual magnets on the thing here. Magnets. So you can stick it in. Bam. If you're familiar with what kinds of switches these are the Cherry MX Brown switches. So let's actually show you a quick demonstration of how they sound. I will just go like this. Be quick, brown. Be quick. Fox jumps over the lazy dog. And that's our Galax. This is $100 or about 5,000 pesos. Galax Hoff Gaming mechanical keyboard. I think it's very nice, worth the price, 5,000. It's very rare to find a Cherry MX brown switch device with pass-through, with not RGB lighting but customizable lighting, and a magnetic palm rest, and pass-through for USB, and whatnot. All right, official Cherry MX. This was official Cherry MX brown. So let's unplug that. Let's see. That's a Cherry MX brown. Obviously, you can't see it. Okay. It's a nice keyboard for 5,000 pesos. I do like it. Let's move on to one more thing before we end the show. That would be the thing that is right next to the keyboard, which is this guy. Yeah, look at that. I'm not gonna move it because my monitor is on top of it, but it is a RGB mousepad. It's real RGB, real RGB. 16.8 million colors on that bad boy. There we go. I'm not 100% familiar with how to control it. So there are two buttons on the mousepad here. I can change the pattern. Let's read what the instructions say here. Okay, here it is. The mousepad. Okay. Left key, press it once, switch lighting modes. Right key, press it once, switch lighting colors. Press and hold the left key and press the right key to adjust light brightness. 5 level cycles in total. So press the left key to switch lighting modes. Okay. Left key. Okay. Now it's just purple. Left key. It's glowing. It's breathing. And it's changing colors while it's breathing. Okay, left key. Oh, look at that. It's making a wow, it's making a pattern and it's filling the entire thing. That's cool. It's made a pattern starting from the right side onto the left side, and now the pattern is disappearing. And then let's change it again. What is this? This is just cycling colors. It seems like it's going into white, and then well, it's just white. This is it looks like a Knight Rider theme, just going back and forth. Press the button again. That might be off. So lighting modes, number 1 is wave, number 2 is spectrum cycling, number 3 is breathe, number 4 is Tetris, number 5 is backlight on, number 6 is scanning, number 7 is close nothing. So if I press it again, it must go back to wave. So this is the wave format. No, it's not a bundle. It's not a bundle. I believe the keyboard is 5,000 pesos or $100. And the mousepad, I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna say it's about 1,500. I'm not sure though. It could be 1,000 pesos. Let's change the color. Change color. That's cool. Let's go with number 3. Toink, toink. Okay, so this is the breathe color. If we press the right button, we change color, right? Change. Okay, now it's yellow. Now it's green. Now it's blue. So I do like the wave color though, the wave style. This is Tetris. This is Tetris blue. Just blue. Can we go back to rainbow? purple, and then rainbow. No, that's just purple. Rainbow. There, we're back to rainbow. We're back to rainbow. Okay, let's go back to the wave. So backlight on, scanning, nothing, and then wave. We're back to wave. Wave is my favorite because I like that it actually sort of syncs the look, because the keyboard waves the colors here and then the mouse pad waves the colors as well. So it's like one seamless wave from the left to the right. It's not intentional, but I like that it sort of does make it look nice. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's the Galax. The full review will be uploaded within the end of the month. That's the Galax Hoff Gaming Hall of Fame Gaming Mechanical Keyboard for about $100, 5,000 pesos. And I think the value is pretty good. You're getting original, made of plastic material by mousepad. I guess so, yeah. I mean, it's very slippery Teflon-like coating, but it's not cloth. It's not cloth. It's a what do you call this? It's a not glossy plastic. It's a what do you call this? It's a rough plastic. What is that? What is? I forgot. My brain is formatting itself. Being formatted. Format XC. Format.com. So anyway, that is the Galax Hoff Gaming Mechanical Keyboard Hall of Fame. 5,000 pesos for the Cherry MX Brown switch, which is really good. I would prefer it to be Cherry MX Blue because I like Cherry MX Blue. But this is very good. The features are very nice. I like that there's a well thought out magnetic palm rest. The what do you call this? The pass through for USB and headphones are really nice. No, it's not rubberized plastic. It's what? Matte plastic. There you go. Not glossy plastic, matte plastic. That's the term that I wanted to say. And the lighting modes are very nice, and there is no software to go with this, but I do think that it's very nice for a Cherry MX Brown with the lighting modes and everything. So it's a nice keyboard, in my opinion. I wish it was Cherry MX Blue. The next is the Galax Hoff. Here's the name. Here's the box. Galax Hoff Sniper SNPR RGB Gaming Mousepad from Galax as well. And there's no software required to install it on this guy. It just runs, and you can configure the lights and everything. If you like synchronizing the colors on your build, obviously this is not the same thing, because, for example, here's my desktop right there, and I have RGB stuff going on in the background. RGB lights over there, RGB on the bottom here, the red one that is there. It'll turn into a different color soon. So it's not synchronized with this. There is no software that I can get it to synchronize with. As you can see, it's turning yellow right now. It's turning green. But I don't care because I do the rainbow. I do rainbow colors anyway. So it's perfectly fine for me to just play around with, white lighting and then RGB rainbow on the mouse pad, and then just RGB on the actual desktop. It's fine. When you're on a budget and you want to just get lights on your build, these are pretty good. 5,000 for this keyboard. That's nice for original Cherry MX Brown. All right, I'm gonna move my camera to the webcam mode in just a bit. Let's go with this. Okay. I need to remove the camera mount because I need that for my camera. There we go. All right. So I think that's it for the show. That has been the Big Time Show for, hey, it's still April 1st. Happy Kokak News Day. Happy Price Pony Day to everybody. That's been our show for today. We talked about the Galaxy S8, S8 Plus. And we talked about my new Galaxy keyboard and mousepad. They're both Galaxy themed. Samsung Galaxy and Galaxy peripherals. Anyway, let's end the show. We're having a QC Switch party, free pizza and drinks for everyone. QC Switch party. Aaron lives near me, by the way. He lives in Sikatuna. Okay, anyway. That's it for the show. Alex from TechnoClass.com here. We thank you again for being part of the Big Time Show on April 1st, 2017. I'm still deciding if we're going to have a show on April 8th because that will be the week before Holy Week. The Saturday before Holy Week. And we might not have a show on April 8th. It might be better for us to just go home, go spend our weekend with our friends and family, and celebrate the long Filipino tradition of going home and eating pizza. Okay, thanks for watching, mga kuya, mga ate, everybody. Thanks, Gadget Addict, Norms, Nino Mercurio, Norms, Jacob, sino ba? Aaron, obviously everybody else who was watching, si Joseph Seguin, si Jose Rizal, si Brian Paul, si Norm, si Kuya Ison, Kuya Carl. Thank you, Tana Del Steak, for the $2 donation. And alright, that's it for the show. I'll see you guys maybe after Holy Week. I don't know if we'll have it on April 8th. I actually haven't decided, so I can't announce. But you'll know anyway. You'll know anyway. Alright. Thank you very much for watching. That has been the Big Time Show for April 1st. April 1st. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. We should have like a Sailor Moon themed. I should have like a Sailor Moon themed fake mask or hat or something for ironic purposes. Okay, bye-bye. Moon crystal power. I don't know, something. Bye-bye.